Alright, folks. Here comes your independent news independently from me, except if you're getting it from me, then you're not independent. So, stick around. So there's this 11-year-old boy who, after being told to clean up his room, living with his grandparents, he got upset, had a freak out, shot his grandmother in the back of the head, and then after a while his grandfather chased him, but then went back to see if his wife was okay. And the kid ran away and got outside and killed himself. He took a couple of steps and fell over dead. Wow. Similarly, in similar news, there's a 15-year-old who freaked out for a similar reason, with the help of two 17-year-old boys, killed his mom and shoved her into, I think, a fireplace. Oh no, it was the burning pit of a church. Wow. Kids these days, huh? Really messed up. Personally, you know what I think? Why this happened? I think they were on drugs. That they were on state prescribed drugs for a mental illness, and the psychotropics adjusted their personality and moods, and was what caused them to do what they did. That is my opinion, is that the drugs did it. Is that they were probably treated for ADHD or some other thing when they didn't need to be treated, and what they just all they really needed was just good parenting. Honestly, parents should learn to take proper care of their kids instead of putting them on psychotropics out of laziness so they don't have to deal with their difficult problems. Why not start creating classes to teach parents how to parent kids with ADHD and Asperger's instead of medicating them for something that is not an illness, just something that makes them a little bit different. But no, that would require logic, something that the government and a lot of people seem to lack. So yeah, no, me talking sense, I mean, it's not like anyone's really going to listen now, are they? No, we're not that fortunate, no. But the whole situation is just extremely sick and sad. And I'm not saying I have proof that they were on drugs, that's just my opinion. The facts are that they just did what they did. One kid kills his mom, shoves him in a burning pit at a church. Another kid does that and then kills himself. Kills his grandmother in the back of the head, then kills himself. Dark times, dark times. Moving on. About damn time, too. Oh boy, this is even more lovely. Tanzania has been cracking down on homosexuality, even against U.S. citizens that are currently residing there, to find work there, because there's no work here in the States. I'm assuming that's why. That's the most likely reason. But anyway, there are U.S. citizens there, and the U.S. government was warning them of Tanzania's crackdown, so if any of them were gay, to get the fuck out. The country of Tanzania has a definite anti-gay bias, talking about the order of nature. Really, is it the order of nature, or is it just your personal opinion on what the order of nature is? Perhaps you can get science to determine what the order of nature is, instead of just declaring you know what it is? What a novel idea. But this is Tanzania, a country that is extremely short on novel ideas. Why do we let other countries punish our citizens for violating their laws that we don't share? Probably to prevent war from breaking out over it. But I still don't think that it's correct. I think that our citizens should have sovereignty and therefore not have to suffer for those violations. Because it's not their citizens, it's ours. They shouldn't have that kind of authority. that's immoral and should be unlawful. The way I see it, laws do not exist to supplant our morals. Laws exist to protect us from those who do not share them with us, share our morals. And Tanzania obviously does not. If we are not protecting our citizens from crazy Tanzanians, then our laws are doing nothing. But yeah, and then the Tanzanian president talking about the order of nature, it's against the order of nature, with homosexuality. What do you know about the order of nature? Have you had science or philosophy to help you determine what the order of nature even is? Or are you just operating off an opinion? Because if you're just operating off an opinion, then you, sir, are a moron, and should not be the president of anything. Moving on. Google is planning to censor entire websites for offensive ads with a new algorithm. Yeah. Well, good luck to you, Google. I hate ads as much as you, but I think that's a little crazy. I already said how I think that censorship is a threat to the First Amendment and should be eliminated. No censorship. You can put warning labels on shit, but no censorship. But of course, Google's going to go ahead anyway because, well, they're about as American as a bowl of authentic Japanese ramen. In other words, 0%. I'm talking authentic ramen, not the relative approximation we have here in the West. Anyway, good luck to you, Google. Let's see how that ends for you. Censoring entire websites just for some ads that happen to be there. People are going to love you. Moving on. So the guy who hit and killed 3 Girl Scouts, 1 survived, and I believe probably a supervising adult, maybe a scoutmaster. The driver that hit them was apparently huffing chemicals to get high at the time. That's his confession to the police. Yeah. I think we need to treat high driving the same as we treat drunk driving. Initially, I was against such a notion of treating high driving and drunk driving as the same, but after an incident like this, I have had a rude awakening, and I think it really should be regarded the same, and he should suffer the roughly same penalty that a drunk driver would get for a fatal accident. And he should suffer big time. Possibly more than someone who did it while sober, depending on motive, for being dumb enough to drive while high. I don't care if people guide; they can go ahead and get high. Just don't get high and drive. Have a designated driver if you're going to go smoking your dope or huffing your chemicals, as it were. Have a designated driver, fucking asshole. Moving on. So, the Pittsburgh synagogue shooter is currently at the hospital being treated by a nurse who happens to be Jewish. And you know what? She's not objecting. She insists on treating him out of love. That is an amazing woman that can honestly do that. I don't think I'd have that capacity in me. I don't think I could. If someone came in and shot up a church or a pagan temple full of white folks, and shot it up, I don't think I could. I don't think I could have the same strength that woman has. That is either really stupid or really amazing, or stupidly amazing, as it were. Yeah. Wow. Kudos to you, girl. I don't think I could do it. Just wow. She must be an amazing person. Simply incredible. Moving on, although I want to talk about that more, but there's nothing more to say, so reluctantly moving on. SNL comedian Pete Davidson getting flack for a joke that offended some folks. As in my notes. I am not scripted, I just have notes, because I don't always remember my points to talk about. Because, you know, absent-minded professor sort of person. Now, I haven't watched SNL in a very long time. But from what I understand, Mr. Davidson is the kind of comedian that does shock humor. Like Alice Cooper meets Dana Carvey, where he's just like really inappropriate, really shocking, right? The controversy makes people laugh and gets attention. And he's trying to do that style of comedy in this day and age, in current year, in 2018. Wow, man. If you can honestly get away with doing that in this current era, you must be damn funny, or really ballsy, or both. Because I couldn't imagine. I'd have a hard time picturing someone being able to do something like that. I mean, I myself, I'm no snowflake. I got thick skin. Almost nothing bothers me. So I would probably find it very funny. I mean, I haven't watched SNL since the Tina Fey / Jimmy Fallon era, so it's been a while. It's like, of course, people are going to be offended. So far, it's mostly been soccer moms type. You know, it's the soccer mom types that have been mostly offended by it, which I care about their opinion even less than the SJWs. I just think it's ridiculous that everyone's so offended by everything. When did the entire human race just turn into pathetic, paper skin, glass bone wimpazoids? Man, people just need to thicken their skin. People just need to thicken their skin. And realize that he's not trying to be offensive. He's just trying to shock you into laughing. Anyway, folks. Tschüss.